I'd like to draw your attention to the fertilizer bomb. An article from lifeslittlemysteries.com. The fact that they shut down this little article must mean it's okay for me to read it. The first thing that happens during a fertilizer bomb blast is the explosion of the detonator. It contains a small amount of an explosive compound in it, and when it discharges, it creates what experts call a detonation wave. The detonation wave radiates outward from the detonator at a speed of about 2 to 3 miles per second through the mixture of ammonium nitrate and fuel. Obviously, I'm fucking not gonna tell you that. Now, it goes on to say, the energy of the detonation wave causes the ammonium nitrate in the fertilizer to vaporize. The solid fertilizer becomes a gas in an instant. The ammonium and nitrate molecules break down, and a large amount of oxygen gas is suddenly formed. Uh-oh. Oh, we'll get you. If you think they'll get you, what happens when you have a bunch of CO2 and you spark it and boom, 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 oh, we'll get you. Now, the energy of the detonation wave causes... Wait, okay. Now, the gas released from the decomposing fertilizer is what drives the explosion. The rapid release of oxygen, along with the energy from the detonation wave, ignites the fuel. When the liquid fuel ignites, it rapidly combusts, and even more gas is released. Oh my goodness! All that gas is generated in a very short amount of time. That's what causes the pressure waves of the explosion. So the very principles of making a boom are the same principles of making a boom. The torque principle, the principles of acceleration, force equals mass times acceleration, and the ability for the body to only accelerate at a certain speed due to muscle constraints of mass of muscle tissue due to bodybuilding the wrong way. But we're not going to get into that. Oh, you pieces of shit. Now, basically the pressure wave travels at the speed of sound. Even in the fucking Blackbird, they were able to break the speed of sound. The still fighters. Now, which is about 1,100 feet per second, and can damage nearby structures or even kill bystanders. So just like the bullet travels faster than the speed of sound and you die, boom! You never got to hear it! That's how I'm going to die, so I don't feel sorry for you either. Now, it goes on to say that during the combustion, okay, basically I just told you everything you need to fucking, well, everything that this thing is basically saying, all the way down to end. I'm just going to finish the article. I got about 7 minutes. Household fertilizer contains chemicals other than ammonium nitrate, said Stephen Van Kouwenberg, principal scientist with the International Fertilizer Development Center, a non-profit industry group. Oh, so you're the Woods who own the fertilizer, who give the other Woods the bombs? Yeah. When other chemicals such as ammonium sulfate or urea are mixed in, the ammonium nitrate is no longer able to explode. So you're telling me that we have to extract the ammonium nitrate. Oh, so that's like basic college chemistry, like, oh, I took that in class. I remember. Accidents involving fertilizer explosions are very rare. Perhaps the worst such accident was an explosion that occurred in Germany in 1921. Workers at a fertilizer plant were using dynamite to try to break up a large mass of solidified fertilizer that had formed and was clogging up the function of the plant. In the ensuing explosion, at least 500 people. 500. Just like when the FBI did their little test for that car. BOOM! So you tell me your basic high school chemistry book would... what do I know, right? What do I know? Right? What the fuck do I know about it, right? Even Big Brother knows that I was quite aware of this 10 years ago. I venture, dare I say, 20 years ago. And I was doing the math as much as 25 years ago. As a little kid, doing algebra 2. Oh yeah, I was a gifted bastard. bastard, because society was like my dad. When my dad was out saving the world, saving you woods, who stabbed us in the back in return. Oh, but Heru is the avenger. Heru is the gatekeeper. Heru is the god of war. And the war temple of Ra does not move till Heru say. And Obama and his little SETI temple of this Kissinger motherfucking Rockefeller Foundation scum, the Carnegie, the Carlyle Group, oh, but us globalists love you. We have vested interests with your local assimilated Uncle Toms, and we love you. So we're going to team up with the local assimilated Uncle Toms, the feminists, the eugenicists, and we're going to make the trinity of the liberal party because we love you. At least we pretend to, so we can get our political agenda across to kill you. But that's okay. That's okay. Because they're a bunch of woods and they can kill whoever they want. Because society is made for a bunch of woods to sacrifice you like the Aztecs sacrificing a virgin pussy on the fucking altar to the sun god. Think about it. Who is Quetzalcoatl? Who are these motherfuckers? Who are they talking about? The Mayans, the Aztecs. Who are we talking about? Where did the Choctaw and the Seminole Indians come from? Where did the fucking Cherokee and the Black Cherokee and the Blackfoot, where the fuck did they come from? Why are states named after Indian fucking tribes? Because they steal the knowledge, they steal the idea, they steal the symbols, the ego, they steal, turn around and say this is the white man's land and our native fucking privileges, being the native characters, allows us to assimilate you and get the people who think somewhat like you, but we've assimilated them, who are not as extreme as you, who realize that, hey, there's a gray area between good and evil, and they want to walk it. They're the ones who are going to say, you're wrong. The Uncle Tom Ebos at the mental institution, the Uncle Toms who are foreigners who work at the mental institutions, your own people. That's who's going to fucking stab you in the back. That's who. Judas. Aaron. The golden fucking calf. Your people will always not recognize you as a prophet. They will always be a bunch of pompous, scholarly assholes who have an inferior point of view, who misquote you and go off on a scientific fucking tangent of bullshit. Down with the white man. Down with his science. Black power. Cult of Ra. Wait till I declare the march. Who the fuck are they to ask Chuku, who the fuck am I? I am the great shepherd that walks among the sheep. Like Jesus told you to be. But you weren't. You weren't. You weren't. So when the good shepherd was trying to create great men to fill his shoes, you didn't do it. You rolled the beast instead, like the whore you are. So don't you dare tell me that the whore should be allowed the right to rule from the throne of Babylon like Semiramis and Mary Antoinette. I say nay. I say if the Muslims got one thing right, you need to subjugate the whore, not the bloodline of Judah. Thank you.